Hello and welcome back to another reaction review video with me, Nina Schofield, singer-songwriter, vocal coach and session musician. Very excited to be watching this performance today because I've only recently gotten into Rosalia's music and she has performed one of my favourite songs of hers at the Brit Awards, and that is Berghain, and I'm hoping I'm getting the pronunciation of that correct, by the way. And I cannot wait because it's featuring Björk as well, so we're going to get the whole package here. I know from a couple of the performances that I've seen of Rosalia's that she really puts her all into the staging and the overall idea, so not only will we hopefully get great music, we're going to get great aesthetics as well. So let's dive into it and do what we usually do, which is look at all the detail, what's happening vocally, phrasing wise, in terms of structure of the song, in terms of breath control and all the good stuff. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can get this full performance up on YouTube. If I can't, then you may be watching the highlights version on YouTube, or over on Patreon I'll host the extended version and I'll make sure to leave a link for that down below that you can go and watch and enjoy. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. Strings. I absolutely love that introduction because it features this classical element. In fact, the whole song does, but it's just such an interesting way to start a pop song. And also, I'm absolutely loving the fact that we're featuring this whole orchestra on stage. This is giving it its due drama. Wow, these vocals, I mean, gosh, it's incredible. We're featuring these vocals up around the G5 and this more operatic delivery. It's really interesting to see it live compared to listening to the recorded version. I mean, she's exactly the same. It's rare that you get an artist that's exactly the same as the record as they are in a live situation. It's Ritanuto. I love her tonality here. There's just this little breathiness coming through, and you get a slight change in the dynamic approach as well. If you think about how dramatic and sort of forte everything's been, her vocals more of this mezzo piano. That vibrato, the strings. I love how they just have that flourish. You know, it's just an incredible thing that you can do with stringed instruments. Each instrument has its own thing that you can only do on that instrument, you know, in a certain way. And the strings are such fantastic instruments because they're very lyrical. You can do a lot in terms of what you would do with a vocal. Oftentimes I'll listen to a singer like Rosalia and think, oh, their vocal is almost like a string line. Oh, I love how they're starting to move. It's very simple movements and very simple rhythmical movements as well as melodic, but it's, I think, that and the wall of sound of that with the choir vocals that gives it its punchiness, and it really is so hard hitting. Wow. She is. What an outfit. Oh, and the richness of our brass there as well, just having that ring through. Powerful. I'm sorry, let's just listen to that again. I mean, the breath taken there in the middle of the word. Ordinarily, when I'm coaching vocals, you'll go through a lyric sheet and you'll make sure that you're not taking a breath directly in the middle of a word, for instance, because it just breaks up the musical sentence. But I feel like with Björk that, you know, she has her own stylistic technique. It's this thing where you learn the kind of proper thing to do, and then actually you introduce your own stylistic technique into your singing, and so you know, you've got to give it a little bit of leeway here and think, well, what would be more interesting to listen to, or what suits me as a vocalist more? And she is so her, you know, this is her phrasing, her interpretation of these lyrics. This call and response. These notes. That, I mean, we're reaching up to the B flat 4 there, but it's really that focus on the A4, the strength. And then this sample vocal, it's so interesting having that against the classical elements. I spoke about this in my album reaction review, which I'll leave a link for down below as well, by the way, if you're interested in watching that. It's just such an interesting concept, having such modern stuff against this classical background. Wow. It's the crescendo in the strings as well. It's not just that they're doing that jump, it's the push that we have. Like that. I mean, this is insane. This is such a great visual representation of what you imagine if you were going to make the music of this a physical thing. This is it. And you can hear that with the kick. This energy though. What is this chord? Yeah, I believe it's that G minor over D, just to the D minor. Oh wait. Dun dun da da dun. No, it's the A. Oh, okay, I got that wrong. I get it now. I probably already did this in my album reaction, but we've actually got that A major with the additional G on top, that's 7, resolving down to the D minor. Okay. I like how they were all kind of, there's chaos, but then they kind of come together. Wow. Incredible performance, and still her intensity. Wow. Yep, I mean, she didn't let me down there. I really enjoyed that, especially as it's one of my favorites, as I say, from the album, and just such an intense song. And I had high expectations of how she would translate that on the stage, and she did not disappoint. It's such an interesting song structurally, and also in terms of dynamics, just each moving part that we have within it. So yeah, definitely go and check out my album reaction if you haven't already. As I say, links down below with all of the songs. And let me know your thoughts on that in the comments box down below. What did you think of this performance compared to maybe other performances she's done of this song? I don't know other performances that she has done of this song, but if there are any, let me know your thoughts and what else I should be watching as well. And find me over on Patreon, that reaction's there, and I will look forward to seeing you on another video very, very soon. Have a great rest of your day. Love you. Bye.